guys, thank you for tuning in for another straight razor shave. Today I'm going in with Aion from the grooming department, lathering up with Declaration Grooming B9A+. This is the Summer's Gone pour, which is a beautiful pour, different shades of different colors. There we go. Plus. And yes, it's been yet another long period of time since I shaved last. Since the last shave, I went on a trip to Banff, Canada. The Canadian Rockies. Beautiful glaciers, lakes. And I didn't, not only do you not have time to shave, you're too tired to shave. So I didn't bring any gear, really. And I actually tried to pack and travel light. So that's why there's a bunch of scruff on me. This is, I would say, 8 days of growth, at least. Another sort of beard off, if you will. Also, this is straight razor shave number 200. Marking another milestone in this straight razor shaving journey. Took longer than expected. I would say 2 months late. I've definitely been shaving less. Max Sprecher 8.8. No real reason for shaving less. It's just sometimes I get in this predicament of, I want to, save up growth for a shave video. And then something comes up or I have to go out. And then I have to, do a quick DE shave. I had to do that a few times in the past few months. So then I end up not making a video. Definitely been the case since, everything's pretty much back to normal. in terms of, going out. So there's been much fewer windows to straight razor shave. On a side note, I think in the 3+ years that I've been wet shaving myself, I think I finally sort of introduced a friend, to wet shaving in the past couple weeks. He came over, we're just hanging out, and he was saying he wasn't he didn't know that to the extent that I was into wet shaving. He knew I used more traditional shaving methods. So then he asked me about it, and I was like, hey, if you want to shave right now in my bathroom, he already had some stubble. He didn't have too much growth. And I was like, you're welcome to use all my gear. And he did. So I started him off with some, with the beginner gear that I really enjoyed and did find success with myself. So he did, the 34C, Mercure 34C, my old Edwin Jagger small Best Badger brush. I had a brand new tub of soap from, I think, A&E that I never really got to. And legitimately just guided him and watched him shave in my bathroom. Showing him how he should load the blade. How to use the brush to lather the tub of soap. I know a lot of people had problems with that early on, especially if they don't watch a YouTube video. They're just, what's the right consistency to go for? The big thing is I just reminded him to keep adding water. That water is the main component in the lather. that the soap needs water to do its thing. Basically showing him like, oh hey, that's the right consistency. You can maybe begin shaving, how to find the angles. I think he naturally, as many of us do, played it a little more safe, where you're approaching the DE at a higher angle, not such a steep, aggressive angle. So I totally showed him just to ease into it. You'll find it eventually, and he won't always get in the first try. And good enough friends where you're comfortable talking to each other about this kind of stuff. And he'd already been using cartridges about a couple times a month, and he naturally would stretch his skin and contort his face in weird angles to make sure it cut. And so I was like, he was a great beginner to introduce this side of shaving to, and he picked it up just almost perfectly. There was no cuts, no nothing. And he afterwards, I let him try alcoholic aftershave, even though I personally suggest him to not do that yet, just put some lotion afterwards. And he said okay, but I let him try the aftershave, and he just that was funny, type of the Home Alone reaction. And I sent him home with all that little kit. After he shaved, we were hanging out, and one thing I definitely noticed is how he kept just touching his face, feeling how smooth it was. And it was just so glad to see, as someone who shaves this way. And basically, I don't have any other friends who would even touch a double-edged safety razor. So it's nice to finally convert someone into more traditional ways of wet shaving. And he was like really enjoying himself, like, wow, this is a very sort of, he was concentrating to this very zen moment. He didn't notice it, he didn't call it that himself during that time, but you could see it in himself, and he described it as that kind of experience. That was very nice to see. And he did ask about like the other DEs and straight razor shaving, and I'm like, relax. So what I said was, next time we hang out and you come over, make sure you don't shave. And then swing by and see what else he may be interested in trying. Wolfman. That might be a big jump. Scare him off a little bit. Let him try the carve. Christopher Bradley. Heck, if he wants to try this, I'll let him try it. Whatever. When you think about myself, who could I have reached out to in person who would like guide you through this stuff and let you try everything before you committed a whole bunch of money into it? And when you think about it, that's sort of a barrier to entry for this hobby, if you will. So being able to let someone use your gear, introduce them to this way of shaving, quite nice. Not to mention, I made some more room by lending out some gear. I don't know if he's going to keep it. Hopefully he keeps it. It sounds like he's going to keep it, but you know, he might just go straight down the rabbit hole like many of us did and just ditch the gear very quickly and jump to other razors that they find and like and prefer. Made some space in the storage in the cabinet because I already had a little bit of overflow. Slowly using up gear as well. Software. All right, that was Straight Razor Shave number 200. Very nice, very nice. Even at 200, I still suck at straight razor shaving. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.